session we have completed with polytropic process. In today's session we are going to see numerical based on polytropic process. This is Faizan Kagdi and I welcome you all to our lecture series of basic mechanical engineering. So let's begin with our question number 1. So as you can see, the question is displayed on your screen. 0.67 kg of gas at 14 bar pressure and 290 degrees Celsius is expanded to 4 times the original volume according to the law PV raised to 1.3 is equal to constant. So in this question 0.67 kg, which means mass of gas is given, m is equal to 0.67 kg. Initial pressure, that is P1, is given 14 bar. Initial temperature, that is T1, is given 290 degrees Celsius. And after expansion process, volume V2 becomes 4 times V1, 4 times of initial volume. And polytropic index small n is also given, that is n is equal to 1.3. Now we need to determine first original and final volume of a gas. That is, we need to find out V1 and V2. Second, final temperature of a gas, that is, we need to find out T2. And third, final pressure of a gas, that is T2. We need to take R is equal to, that is characteristic gas constant R is equal to 287 joule per kg Kelvin. So I have written data, as you can see on your screen, m is equal to 0.67 kg, R is, I have converted R into kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So I have written 0.287 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Initial pressure I have written P1 is equal to 14 bar and converted into kilopascal. So converting in kilopascal, it can be written as 14 into 10 raised to 2 kilopascal. We need to find out P2. Then I have written T1, that is initial temperature, converting it in Kelvin. So 290 plus 273, which will be equal to 563 Kelvin. And we need to find out T2 is how much, and V1 and V2. So let's proceed. First of all, we are going to determine volumes. Okay, so how we can determine that? So we are going to use characteristic gas equation, that is PV is equal to mRT. Now see carefully the equation. We can clearly see that P1 is given, mass is also given, R is given, and T1 is also given. So we can determine the unknown, that is volume V1. Okay, so before substituting, keep this in mind that if you take R in joule, then you need to take pressure in pascal, and if you take R in kilojoule, then you need to take pressure in kilopascal. Okay, so I am taking R in kilojoule, so corresponding pressure I have taken in kilopascal. So as you can see, I have written 14 into 10 raised to 2 into V1 is equal to mRT, that is 0.67 into 0.287 into 563. So the final answer of volume V1 is equal to 0.07732 meter cube. Okay, so this is an original volume. Now final volume would be how much? So it is given 4 times V1. So V2 is equal to 4 V1. So the answer of V2 is 0.3092 meter cube. Okay, so we have done our first task to determine initial and final volume. Now our next task to determine final temperature, that is T2. Now think about it, how we can do that. So we would say we know PV relation for this polytropic process. What is that? So we would say T2 by T1 is equal to V1 by V2 raised to n minus 1. Now see carefully whether the requirement of this formula is satisfied or not. So we would say that in this equation V1 is known, V2 is known, and even T1 is also known, that is 563. So we can determine a fourth parameter, that is unknown, temperature T2. So making T2 as a subject, we can write T2 is equal to 563 into, now over here what I have done, I have directly kept V2 is equal to 4 V1. So we can say that V1 in numerator and denominator can be cancelled out. So the final equation can be written as 1 upon 4 raised to n minus 1, that is 1.3 minus 1, that is equal to 0.3. So final answer of T2 is equal to 371.44 Kelvin. So next we need to find out final pressure. So that is P2. So how we can do that? Think about that. So we can say that we can use our PV relation, right? that is applying at state 1 and state 2, we can write P1 V1 raised to n is equal to P2 V2 raised to n. Now see carefully whether the requirements of the equations are satisfied. So we can say that yes, we know V1, we know V2, that is V2 is 4 times V1, and even we know P1, initial pressure. So can we determine P2? Yes. So making P2 as a subject, we can write P2 is equal to P1 into V1 by V2 raised to n. So directly I have written P2 is equal to V1 by V2, which means 1 by 4 raised to n, that is 1.3 into P1, that is 14 into 10 raised to 2. So the final answer of pressure P2 is equal to 2.316 into 10 raised to 3 kilopascal. And finally I have written in bar, so it can be written in bar, that is P2 is equal to 2.316 bar. Okay, so I hope that you are clear with this numerical. Now we are also going to see one more numerical based on this topic. So as you can see, question is displayed on your screen. Now the question is 0.3 meter cube of air of mass 1 kg at initial pressure of 5.5 bar expands to a final volume of 0.5 meter cube if expansion is according to the law PV raised to 1.3 is equal to constant. Find work done, change in internal energy and heat received or rejected during this process. Take CV is equal to 0.708 kilojoule per kg Kelvin and R is equal to 0.287 kilojoule per kg Kelvin for air. So we can say that in a data it is given mass of air, that is m is equal to 1 kg, then R is given, that is 0.287 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Initial pressure P1 is given, that is 5.5 into 10 raised to 2 kilopascal. So it is given actually 5.5 bar, I have converted it in kilopascal, so it is 10 raised to 2 kilopascal. Initial volume is given, that is V1 is equal to 0.3 meter cube, V2 final volume is given, that is 0.5 meter cube, and polytropic index small n is given, that is n is equal to 1.3. Okay, and CV is also given, that is 0.708 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So we need to find out W, delta U and Q. So let's proceed. So first of all we should know the formula to determine work done. So what is the formula for that? So for polytropic process it is equal to P1 V1 minus P2 V2 upon n minus 1. Now observe carefully whether the requirement of formula is satisfied or not. So we can say that P1 is given in the data, V1 is given, V2 is also given, but unknown is P2. So our first target to determine work done is to determine first P2. So how we can find out P2? Think about that. So from our law of polytropic process we can say that the law is P1 V1 raised to n is equal to P2 V2 raised to n. From this equation we can make P2 as a subject, that is P1 is known, V1 is known and V2 is also known. So P2 is equal to P1 into V1 by V2 raised to n. Now after substituting we can write 5.5 into 10 raised to 2 into V1 by V2, that is V1 is 0.3 upon 0.5 raised to 1.3. So the final answer of P2 is 2.83 into 10 raised to 2 kilopascal. Now we have found out P2, directly we can substitute in our equation of work done for this polytropic process. We can get work done is equal to 78.33 kilojoule. Okay, now we have to keep this in mind that we required work done in kilojoule. Okay, so we need to take pressure in kilopascal. So all the values I have placed over here, that is of pressure is in kilopascal. 5.5 into 10 raised to 2 into V1, that is 0.3 minus 2.83 into 10 raised to 2 into 0.5. Now next we need to determine change in internal energy, that is delta U, which is equal to NCV T2 minus T1. Now observe carefully whether the requirements of delta U is satisfied or not. So you would say mass is given, that is m is equal to 1 kg, CV is also known, that is 0.708 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, right. T1 is unknown in this case and T2 is also unknown. So our first target will be to determine T1 and T2 in order to find out delta U. So directly we are going to use our characteristic gas equation, that is PV is equal to mRT. So I have applied P1 V1 is equal to mR T1. Now according to this equation we would say P1 is known, V1 is known, mass is known, R is known. So the unknown T1 can be easily determined. So I have substituted a value, I have written T 5.5 into 10 raised to 2, that is in kilopascal, into 0.3 is equal to 1 into 0.287 into T1. So finally making T1 as a subject, we can find out T1 is equal to 574.91 Kelvin. Okay, now once T1 is determined, can we use our TB relation to find out our final temperature T2, right? So I have written that is T2 by T1 is equal to V1 by V2 raised to n minus 1. So it is very simple. In this equation, we know V1, we know V2, and even we know T1, which we have determined. So finally making T2 as a subject, we are getting T2 is equal to 493.22 Kelvin. Okay, so T1 and T2 is known. So finally we can substitute all the values in our equation of delta U. So we are going to get change in internal energy is equal to minus 57.83 kilojoule. Okay, so I hope that you are clear up till here. That is, we have found out two things: work done is how much and delta U is how much. Now our last task is to find out heat transfer. So we know according to our first law of thermodynamics, that is Q is equal to delta U plus W. So we have found out W and we have found out delta U. Directly we need to substitute our values and we can get Q, that is Q is equal to 78.33 minus 57.83, that is delta U. So finally heat transferred will be equal to 20.49 kilojoule. Okay, now in this case remember that since heat transfer is positive, so heat is supplied to the system. Similarly, work transfer is also positive, so we would say work is done by the system, whereas delta U is negative, which means work is done at an expense of its internal energy. That is, internal energy has been reduced during this process. Okay, so I hope guys that you are clear with the topic of this numerical based on this polytropic process. So today we are completing with our chapter of properties of gas, and in our next session we will start with our new chapter, that is air compressor. Till then, stay tuned and thank you all.